What's up, everybody? This is Scented Sensei coming at you with another banger. And this time, it's from the house of Zara. It's a fragrance made by Jordi Fernandez, and it's called Full Moon Over the Desert. It's a unexpected banger by the house of Zara. And I feel like this one hit the spot when it comes to like the typical super steamy, hot summer days that are about to hopefully come upon us. So without further ado, let's get into the fragrance. So we're here again with another fragrance from Zara, and I just can't stop buying them. You know, it's not a designer fragrance, it's not a niche fragrance, it's like just cheapy. This one ran me about $30 or something, and it is going to be a unboxing video where we show a little bit about like the presentation of the box itself and how the bottle looks like, and then go through the, you know, the presentation and the notes. And then of course we're gonna waste a couple of sprays and then show you the first impression. So let's crack into it. Here we got the Zara Fragrance Series number 2, and it's made in Spain. Yeah. Underneath the box, you got the batch code and everything. And it's a eau de parfum concentration. So yeah, let's crack this one open. I saw similar bottles with other names that were pretty intriguing in the Zara store, but this one caught my attention for some reason. Like, it's the name, Full Moon. It has this like mysterious vibe, and the desert, like, it's a pretty hot place. So I was thinking like, okay, so how are they going to captivate both of those things? Like the heat, the mystery, and all of that stuff. But yeah, let's waste a couple of sprays and let's do it on skin to see what happens. Let's see how the atomizer. Oh, that is a Sauvage sprayer. So since, like, it depends if the fragrance hits hard from the beginning. If it does on your skin, like if you find out that it hits hard from the beginning, then be careful with the trigger. All right, so let me just close this box. All right, let it air out for a bit. Yeah, you can definitely smell like the sandy vibes of the desert. So I'm going to read the presentation for you. Jordi Fernandez presents a woody fragrance that transports you to a different world. The scent pyramid has top notes of bergamot and rose pepper with base notes of caramel and iris, wrapped up by leather and Evernoe. Now, Evernoe is a sort of moss. It's like oak moss, basically, from the oak tree. And you get this immediate, like, sandy, moss type of vibe. I don't know how to describe it, but it's green, but at the same time, it gives you this, like, dry sand, like the warm sand. You know, when the sand gets heated up, if you're in a exotic country or wherever you are, and you have this powdery sand that gets heated up, it usually gives off this like sort of salty type of scent. And this also happens like when you are out in the sun and your skin starts to cook in the sun, basically. No, but I like this one. It's green, it's fresh, a little bit of salty, you know, the saltiness is what we need in fragrances. I like to see more of that. I know Zara made another fragrance which had like a Greek vibe to it. I forgot the name, but I recognize the salty notes. Now, it doesn't have like salty notes here, of course, but like if you read it on Fragrantica, or like if you read about it, it's like it has this like salty vibe to it, and you can smell it from pretty far away. Now, my skin radiates when it comes to like strong fragrances. When I get to like Dior Homme or Dior Sauvage Elixir, my skin just bursts out the fragrance. It's like a cloud. So I'm lucky in that sense. But some fragrances, my skin literally doesn't pick up at all. But this is a very pleasant fragrance, and I get this like vibe of going to the beach. I got my, beige shirt on, the shorts with the rope and some flip-flops, going with my hat made of dry grass. Yeah, it's a really pleasant fragrance, and I promise you that it is going to be a banger for this summer. Like, imagine this, you're going to the beach, you spray this on, you cook yourself a little bit in the sun. It's a very pleasant fragrance. And longevity, I guess, based off like how heavy this one projects, and like I've read different like longevities, like how long it lasts on your skin and stuff. But I think that on my skin, this would go about 6+ hours. I mean, most fragrances, if they're not super powerful, like Sauvage Elixir, they become skin close after 3 hours. I think this one would top it off by 4, 5, 6 hours, maybe. And if you spray it on your clothes, then it's going to last even longer. But I was going to make a video about how to make your fragrances last longer. And I think it's going to be one of the upcoming videos. But this one, definitely a pleasant fragrance. And I do want to... I do want to say that you could use this as a unisex fragrance. I mean, it is marketed towards men, but I think women can pull this off as well, because the salty notes and like the vibe that it gives off, that is something that, most skin gives off when being heated up by the sun. It's not this ratchet, like sweaty, salty type of smell, but it's a different type, when your skin is just starting to heat up. You don't sweat in that stage. You just heat up, maybe a little bit, but it's mostly salt. It's not like sweaty and stuff. So this is not it's not animalic. It's more on the sweet side. And actually, we have a lot of oak trees where I come from, and I think actually this is something that you could pull off in more colder seasons as well, because it has this cozy vibe to it, I actually get this, Santal 33 vibe from Le Labo. Sort of. It's not like dill-ish like Le Labo. A lot of people said that I smelled like dill chips when I wore it. But it has this sort of like dill vibe to it as well. Like, Santal 33. I'm not going to compare those. Like, they're way different. But they still have this sort of like vibe to it, Yeah. So, if you want Le Labo vibes and you're not prepared to pay $250 for a bottle of that, then you can just go for this one, because this one has it's not the same vibe, but it's leaning towards that way, And you can pull this off without being like nauseous or something, because some fragrances, they really claw to your skin, and like the dry down of certain fragrances, they're not very pleasant. It just gets annoying after a while. But this one, very smooth, very sexy, very unisex and like versatile. So you can pull this off both in warmer, colder seasons, but mainly warmer seasons, because it has this like fresh, salty vibe. And that is typically, it makes me think about like having a vacation by a warm place, and then I go down to the beach with my towel, with my hat, and my sunglasses from Ray-Ban or whatever I wear, and then I just chill. So definitely, I would give this a 10 out of 10. When it comes to Zara, like, they always seem to amaze me. And this is definitely a recommendation to pick up. I don't know how long they keep these fragrances. It could be a limited edition because, you know, Zara picks stuff and then they throw out stuff and then they bring stuff back. So don't risk it. Get yourself a bottle. It's a cheap bottle to test and try it out. I can guarantee you that you're going to be pleased. So this has been your boy Scented Sensei, and I'm going to be back soon with yet another banger. I'll see you soon. Peace.